I won Best BR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Lojak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come from sportsbookreview.com. Today is, what is it, 21st?
Already.
That's right. It's Wednesday the 21st, and we're going to handicap a couple of college bowls, a couple more college bowls right now with Doug Upstone, Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Mike Brenner, the first game we're going to take a look at is Maryland and Boston College, the Quick Lane Bowl. It's played, of course, in Ford Field in Detroit. And this is a bowl that I've been talking about.
Yeah, you're correct. Didn't you say Brent DSI was saying something?
No. He didn't say anything about this one.
Okay.
I said it
Maryland -1. You were like,
the fake sharp guy in my head says that Maryland is a good play here. I don't know. I feel like it will be a close game. It just, if this were like Maryland -3.5, I wouldn't like it. But at just -1 or even pick them at like Heritage some places, I feel like Maryland just has a slight talent edge, slight motivation edge. I just don't quite feel like Boston College has the offense to keep up with Maryland, and I think that the rest will help Maryland a little bit more. And I'm liking Maryland -1. Before we hear what Doug has to say, sounds pretty reasonable to you, right, Mike Brenner?
Not Pete.
Not
to be
really.
honest with,
Not
I dug
really.
into this one, and
Yeah?
it was categorized
Okay.
as a
Let's hear
10-foot
it.
pole.
Really?
Well,
Okay.
I think it's going to be a tight game. I
Yes.
definitely do.
Yes.
And Boston College is going to have trouble keeping up with that offense, but I think Boston College their defense might give Maryland a little bit more fits.
Great defense, yes.
Exactly. So I was even thinking about a total here, and I was wondering what Doug's got to say on this one, because, this is one that is the advantage on the side, or is it a total? And Doug Upstone,
I did bet the under already also on
What'd
this
you get
one
it at?
44.
Okay.
And this also might be a great, if you want to do a teaser, basically taking either side here, whichever side you like a little bit more on a teaser. I don't think this game is going to be in the double digits.
I don't think so either.
Whichever
That's
team
a good
wins, I
idea.
think it's going to be within single digits. So
I might use Maryland on a 3-teamer.
or BC on a teaser, whichever one you want. Doug Upstone, I have a slight lean to Maryland. Do you agree with that or not?
I'm leaning a little bit the other way with Boston College here, and a number of reasons. First of all, you mentioned the defense. That defense has really been strong.
Yes.
They're number 8 nationally, and they're number 7 against the run. So that, to me, is a big key. And when you look at least so far, and of course this can change right away, but over the course of the first few bowl games that we've seen as we've done this video, run defense has been the biggest factor so far in the bowl games. Now, again, that could change tomorrow or tonight. But so far, that's been a very important factor in both who wins the game and or who covers the spread. So I kind of like Boston College from that standpoint. I totally get their offensive weaknesses. I mean, they don't do anything well. And, Maryland's run defense is only 111th in the country. So, but Boston College can't run the ball. They're averaging, I think, 3.7 yards per carry. So, I mean, that's just horrible. So I think that's a big problem. On offense, on the total, though, I've been going back and forth. Both these coaches were on the same staff at Florida, I believe in 2010. So and they're good friends, as it turns out, then too. So I got a feeling that both of them, obviously from a competitive standpoint, are going to bring out a few trick plays. Now, I don't necessarily know the trick plays are going to work, but I think you'll see both teams making an effort offensively to try and do something to disrupt the other person. So I'm inclined, and I don't have any reason to believe this other than what I'm thinking in my head, that this could be an over instead of an under, as you said, Peter. So, when it comes right down to it, hey, who doesn't want to spend the holidays in Detroit? So from that standpoint, I look at this. I like the run defense of Boston College. I think they'll do just enough on offense. And I just think, again, personal feelings, not necessarily even a play. I kind of like the over because I think what the coaches will do to try and get these teams to play a little better and come up with a few trick plays that work in that matter.
All right. Well, I don't at all disagree with your opinions and lean towards Boston College as opposed to Maryland. But I understand that trick plays and whatever, but I definitely think that the under is the play here. I did bet that one, and I feel I definitely like the under more than I would lean towards Maryland.
I'm even thinking of teasing the total up. That's 54.
I mean, it's a tricky one. I think that I wouldn't tease it. I think it might be surprisingly way high scoring, but I think more than likely it's going to be somewhere in the 30s, mid 30s, upper 30s. I'm going to go head to. So is your official pick on this one, Doug? The over?
My official pick is Boston College, and I'll lean with the under, and I will certainly I'm sorry, I'll lean with the over. Excuse me, and I will certainly take your advisement, Peter, for future as to what the outcome of this game was.
All right. So
I thought we had a head-to-head coming, Dennis.
No, not quite. So +1. Actually, the Greek has 1.5. So we'll credit Doug officially for +1.5. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. I will put on my official record the under. 44 is what I got. It's not available anymore, so I'll have to take 43.5 minus 107. Which if this one lands on 44, I'll be pissed. But whatever.
I'll be pissed. You know what? And you guys, when we all break games down together, a lot of times I get a pick out of that. But the way this breakdown went, it was good on both sides. But for me, that's a 10-foot pole. I got to stay the hell away from this one.
All right. It's certainly an interesting bowl game. We'll see. I'm just, I guess my main reason for leaning Maryland is I feel like they'll get a bigger boost from the time off than Boston College will, especially with their quarterback. That quarterback, he's a very inspirational guy. He's one of these guys, when he's injured, like inspires the team in the locker room. And he was injured a lot of the year. And now the coach is saying he's healthy. The time off, you would assume
obviously
that he's
does him
healthy.
good.
Yeah. So that's why my main reason for liking Maryland, giving them a slight edge here, is because I'm factoring into my equation a bigger boost on the time off for them than BC. What do you think about that, Doug?
Pistol Pete breaking it down.
The other thing, I can only imagine that you like turtles as well.
Yeah. Yes. All right, Doug Upstone. Well, thanks so much for your thoughts. Doug Upstone's website is VegasProInsiders.com. He's leaning Boston College +1.5, and I have added officially the under 43.5. And you know what? I'll also put my money where my mouth is with Maryland. I'll add Maryland.
Pull that trigger.
I'll go head-to-head officially with Doug Upstone. Doug Upstone, thanks so much for your inputs and insights, and tell us quickly about your website.
The VegasProInsiderDaily.com is the website, and got a special, our typical special of $39.99 a month. You get all the football, all the bowl games. You get the rest of the NFL, college basketball, pro basketball, and the NHL. $39.99 a month.
All right,
Damn.
that sounds great. And the line, by the way, that I'm getting is Maryland -1, -101 at Pinnacle.
Head-to-head, baby.
Thanks so much, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.